injured here. 3v3 faction war. Argus Desert Gate Space Marines versus Orks. Blue team, you have Necronlord as an Apothecary support commander, fights melee by default, has a targeted heal and a health regeneration or a passive. Alongside is Osinski as a force commander, offensive melee, quite versatile, can tank, disrupt and even support a little. This is Imperial Fists DLC. Rounding out blue team, Eerie is a Techmarine, puts out some nice range damage, can also repair and put up structures. The Orks, we have Sneakus Peekus as a mech boy, teleporting commander, fights range, puts out some nice range damage, can also repair, put up structures and support. Not the toughest Ork though. Wildbold alongside is a Warboss, walks through cover, fights melee, good damage, disruption and support from the front lines. And Boris is another mech boy on this west side up against Necronlord's Apothecary there, teleporting away. Quite a narrow western lane, huge open central area, and the east side which sees a lot of action because we have this contested victory point here. Shooting match going on, Space Marines in cover up against shooters. Eerie needs to position his guys in cover a bit better though. As you can see, only one model shooting on those tactical marines. Loyalist tactical marines for all three Space Marine players. Heavy ranged infantry, mech boy forcing melee on this west side. And it's all kicking off on the east. Osinski using Battlecry, already going for the Iron Halo. You see the damage buff on all of these guys from Battlecry, the yellow circles. Warboss taking tons of damage already, but the special attack misses him. Does get those shooters though, takes that mod on, knocks another one flying. And a full retreat. Looks like the mech boy had teleported into force melee there, tying up the range squads. Double scouts for Osinski, Eerie and Necronlord just with the tactical marines, and double shooters for Wildbold, double shooters for Sneakus Peekus, and Boris going for double sluggers, double shooters. Very difficult for Necronlord to deal with that in first engagement. Even with double scouts that would have been difficult, and he's going to lose this power completely on this west side. Orks taking blue team's natural victory point in the north, and blue team taking red team's natural in the south. Tactical Marines capping 50% faster than any other unit in the game. Force commander getting some DACA, but his shield absorbs it all. He might have to retreat, and does. Such a good early war gear to get the Iron Halo for the Force Commander, and as Tactical Marines complete that cap and retreat safely, Sluggers will take it back. West side almost completely red now. Here comes Necronlord pushing back, will most likely go straight into Assault Marines. 482, 489 early on. Here we see shooters in cover, no sign of big shooters yet. Mech boy teleporting in to tie up the tactical marines. Shooters should be trying to take models off those scouts now. Apothecary going after the mech boy. And a full retreat again from Necronlord. Nothing he could do. He's gone straight for Assault Marines and not shotgun scouts to try and deal with the sluggers. We'll most likely get them after, perhaps. Cool, kicking off in the centre. Assault Marines already on the field for Eerie. Disruptive jump troop that fight melee with bolt pistols and chainswords. Warboss going after them with the bang bang hammer. This is a devastating power melee weapon which will really hurt their heavy armour. Look at the DPS he's putting out. Actually kicking one there. Can he get a model off these guys? No. Assault Marines are very durable. 1200 hit points at level 1 with 3 models. Fantastic synergy with the Apothecary, of course, and Necronlord now has some Assault Marines of his own. He's able to support them and heal them up, keep them in the fight even longer, and he's gone for his Mastercrafted Bolter now. Can sit back, shoot stuff and support. East side is red for the Orks. Scouts retaking it. And Mech Boy is teleported ahead and is taking that wreck point there. Big shooters on both these shooter boys from Handsome Wildbold. Sneakus Peekus yet to get any big shooters. What has he spent his power on? Nothing. He has tons of requisition as well. We'll most likely fill this generator up with, fill this power node up with generators, sorry. 448, 449. Osinski comes to the west side to help out. Doesn't look like Necronlord leads it at the moment, forcing off Boris with those assault marines. Now has burners on his double sluggers, gives them a couple of power melee weapons. Will be useful for dealing with those assault marines. Might want to get the battery pack for his, and in fact already does have the battery pack for his mech. Will allow him to heal those sluggers. Hugely important for keeping them in the fight in tier 1. And a turret goes up from Eerie. You see the firing up here. Suppression anti-infantry turret puts out some nice damage if you get close enough. As you can see there, those shooters getting owned. But he's going to lose this thing immediately because quick thinking Sneakus Peekus got his units in behind, and it's going to go down. Turrets cannot shoot against units in melee range no matter where they are, even if they're behind it or in front of it or wherever. 419, 489. Wildbold coming to the west side to help out with that very, very scary Bang Bang Hammer. Also has Angry Bits, allowing him to charge in and disrupt even more. And now we might see these sluggers burn down these generators with their burners. 415, 489. Also makes them really useful against garrisons if they can get close enough. Shotgun scouts for Osinski, and he is the first to go. Tier 2, the only Space Marine player not to get assault marines on the field. 406, 489. Tier 2 also for Sneakus Peekus. Expect war trucks and weird boys perhaps for all 3 players here. Warboss charging in, knocks down some of his own boys, and then takes shotguns to the face. A explosive shot from the scouts, knocking him back and suppressing him. 1-to-1 cap, going to be a 2-to-1 for the Space Marines. Osinski's force commander taking east side. Surprised not to see any devastators from the Space Marines. I suppose they want to tech up and not get left behind. Weird boy now on the way for Sneakus Peekus. Warboss going after the tactical marines as he should, using his hammer to full effect. This thing also buffs surrounding allies with a damage buff whenever he hits anything. Taking a lot of damage here though, and does have to retreat. Force commander getting a lot of Daka, his shield is down. Back up momentarily. These sluggers getting owned. Someone not paying attention is Boris and loses those guys. 405, 460, a 2-to-1 cap for the Space Marines. Apothecary healing his assault marines there, and that's Necronlord pushing the centre alongside Osinski, and the force commander will decap the Orks natural. And look at this pressure from the Space Marines. They are running right on the east thanks to Eerie. He has the master crafted bolter for his Techmarine. Really, really nice range weapon. 38 DPS may not sound like a lot, but it is, especially with high powered shot. And here we see high powered shot suppressing the weird boy, and now he's going to go tie him up in melee so he can't use that dangerous artillery attack. Got a special attack there on the Techmarine. Here's a war truck now for Sneakus Peekus, support vehicle for Orks. Allows them to reinforce and transport greenskins around. Boris's mech boy going into melee and goes down. Was waiting for support, did not come in time. Already we see Assault Marine Sergeant on Necronlord's Assault Marines. Usually a very quick upgrade that people purchase in tier 2. You want to keep your Assault Marines alive. 404, 371, a triple cap for the Space Marines. Osinski backing off the centre though. Here comes Wildbold. Spent a lot of time in the centre going after this node and this wreck point. Meanwhile, Sneakus Peekus pushing the east side with a very strong army. Has upgraded sluggers with burners and their knob leader, making them a pretty nasty melee unit now, especially for tactical marines to deal with. His bashing power has war truck support. His weird boy is coming up to support as well. There he is. Librarian on the field. Fantastic special attack against those sluggers. Sub-commander for Space Marines. Can he finish off these guys? And down they go. That's a big loss for Sneakus Peekus. Really nice support abilities on his guys. But as you saw there, he's not too shabby in melee either with this power sword. or Force Sword as it is in the fluff, but it's a power melee weapon in the game. Weird Boy knocking the scouts off the cap and doing a lot of damage. I think he hit all 3 models there. Missile launcher tactical marines to get a shot in on the war truck. War truck very cheap but not very tough because of that. Assault marines coming in here. They don't have their melter bombs yet, and here comes Wildbold to support. Can he take down the librarian? One more hit and I think he's going to get it here. Bang, gets a sync kill. Awesome stuff. Warboss is pissed. Level 2. Now going after scouts in retreat and takes out the whole squad. Assault marines still with a full complement of models though and full health, but now they are up against that bang bang hammer and lose a model in about 3 hits there. Hard Boys goes down on the Warboss now. Global ability of his makes a unit very very tough in melee. Eerie has some plasma devastators, very good choice, but needs to back them off. Look at the map control though for the Space Marines. Necronlord completely pushing back Boris on this west side. Boris has gone for some Storm Boys. Jump infantry, very nice offense with power weapons. Razorback now on the way for Osinski. More sluggers on the way for Sneakus Peekus. He needs them to repair his war truck. Mech Boy's doing it right now. And double stick bombers for Wildbold. Very very dangerous artillery unit that actually fight in melee, but spend most of their time chucking stick bombs around, and they can take out entire squads of those things being chased by the Force Commander. Fully kitted out for Osinski. Thunderhammer, splash damage, power melee weapon, really really dangerous versus all infantry, especially going up against other melee squads, and also has Artificer making him even tougher alongside that shield. Really nice warp vomit from the Weird Boy, and he should be able to retreat there even if he takes a hit from the Force Commander and does get away. 380, 314. Can he take out some shooters here? Grenade attempt, nicely done, and another one really really nicely done from Osinski. Almost wiped that shooter boy squad. Really nice micro to throw 2 grenades in different locations on retreat there. 380, 314. Space Marines jumping in up against these stick bombers. Want to take these guys out because they're so dangerous. Even versus hardy Space Marines, they can give squads. Necronlord now tucking in to the center, has a librarian of his own, and he has his Force Staff, making him even more dangerous in melee, and gives him this, the Force Barrier. Don't see it used that often. It's not the easiest thing to pull off, and as you can see, misses those sluggers. It blocks all projectiles and knocks back infantry, even allied infantry, and needs to be careful here. Here come double sluggers from Sneakus Peekus with their knob leaders going in up against this librarian who does a smite at his own feet. That's the ability he starts with. A very very nice artillery attack. 358, 314, and Necronlord gets away okay. The Force Staff incidentally also increasing librarian's health by 100, so all nicely done. Eerie capping up the east side, has a level 3 Techmarine and has Signum armor, making his range even more potent. And he's capping up the east side completely. All kicking off in the center. Razorback from Osinski being chased by sluggers, but they're taking friendly fire from the Weird Boy. The Force Commander taken down. War truck looks like it's going to survive for Sneakus Peekus, and so does the Razorback. Nicely done from Osinski. Has given this thing reinforced armor plating, which gives it a really nice 200 health buff. Mech Boy now on repair duty. Eerie has replaced his librarian. I think he was the player who lost it, and has given him the Force Staff as well. Tier 3 for Wildbold. Very very bad news for Orks to hit tier 3 for your opponent. Knobs are usually not very far behind. 358, 273, a 2-to-1 cap for the Space Marine shooters forced off. So is the librarian. Space Marines doing very good with map control here. Despite the aggressive Orks, we have tank busters on the field, and there's a Foot of Gork. Lascannon takes down the war truck. It's all kicking off in the center of 358. 259. Still a 2-to-1 cap. Assault Marines get away from Necronlord. Did not lose a model either. Apothecary sitting back and supporting really nicely with that Mastercrafted Bolter. Gets a heal off on his Tactical Marines who have their Sergeant and a Flamer. Ouch, they lose their Sergeant, no put up, they shall know no fear, just in time, and the Apothecary taken down by the serious amount of Dakar that Sneakus Peekus is bringing. Along with that weird boy support, he has his bigger brains as well. Tactical Marines get away with a single model for Necronlord, also getting their Sergeant as they retreat their Sluggers in amongst this las cannon and take it down. Osinski has a lot to deal with. He should retreat. Look at all of these Orks. Scouts getting off some grenades. Weird boy getting attacks in. Grenade goes off. Absolute chaos. Force Commander kicking some serious ass with this Thunderhammer. Forcing off the Sluggers. They get away with just the Knob Leader. These are Sneakus Peekus. And they are level 2. So is other Slugger squad as well. Apothecary down in the centre. Necronlord goes tier 3, only has Assault Marines, Librarian and Tactical Marines left. Level 3 Tactical Marines though, and level 3 Assault Marines as well. Well, Boris taking the opportunity to push the west and bash power, nicely done. Still has Storm Boys, but they're in the centre, and the shooters retreat from the Assault Marines. 331, 248. It's a 2-to-1 cap for the Space Marines again. They keep taking this west side, this east side, sorry, and they're holding it quite nicely. Shooters get marked targeted by Signum Armor. Ouch! And high powered shot takes one out in retreat as well. Warboss also fleeing down to 126 hit points, level 3 now. This Razorback for Osinski's done really well in the centre, allowing all of these Space Marines to reinforce. Not too bad offensively as well with those twin link heavy bolters. 331, 225. Still a 2-to-1 cap. Can the Orks push back here? Wildbold is tier 3. Has the resources for knobs. Looks like he's going for a battle wagon then. Weird boy knocking back the Force Commander with his ranged artillery attack, preventing him from reviving, but now he can, and that levels him to 4. Apothecary might want to get a heal off on himself. Stunned right now though. And here come the Orks to push, sensing weakness. Run right into that Razorback again, and there's over there pushing or throwing the Sluggers in from the weird boy. They don't want to fight the Force Commander though. And there's the Tank Buster's barrage, almost hit the Razorback full. Here is Foot of Gork. Ouch, huge damage on those scouts. Assault Marines in retreat for Necronlord. Force Commander still running around like a nutcase with that Thunderhammer. 331, 190. Mech Boy forcing melee on Tactical Marines. He has the custom force field, as you can see. This is Boris. Sneakus Peekus' mech has no war kit. Apothecary of Necronlord, fully kitted out now, has Armour of Purity and improved medical equipment, and here we see Terminators on the field for Necronlord. Super heavy infantry that cannot retreat, armed with Storm Bolters and Power Fists start off, and they're already getting their heavy flame. This is going to be so dangerous. Cleansing Flame, such a powerful ability these days. Might see them burn down these shooter boys, who take down all those gens and quickly retreat. You saw them take down a shooter with that quick burst of Promethium, which let off their AoE buff, boosting damage and I think giving suppression resistance. 331, 164. Battle Wagon on the way for Wildbold. Was that the right choice? Should he have gone for knobs? We will see. Sneakus Peekus and Boris both going tier 3 around the same time. All of the Space Marine players already there. Osinski can get Terminators imminently. Might see him go for the Land Raider. I know he likes to use them. Eerie can also get Terminators or a Venerable Dreadnought on the field. Venerable might be nice. We do not have the Power Claw on the Warboss. Oh yes we do. Spoke too soon. We have one on the way. Terminators hit the field for Eerie. Also Storm Bolters and Power Fists. Only the Force Commander can get Assault Terminators. Taking out shooters and giving off their AoE buff there. You see the yellow circles appearing. Shooter boys need to flee. There we go. Wildbold now on his own on the east side with his double stick bombers. Space Marines taking the middle, even going against Red's natural here. Here is Mega Rumbler from... Is this Boris? It is. Huge AoE disruption, which you cannot retreat out of. And there is Angels of Death from Necronlord. Really nice global ability. Invulnerable infantry for 9 seconds. 310, 155. His Terminators in melee, and this is Boris again with a Mega Rumbler going off. Battery pack now, he's switching back to it. Necronlord staying in here way too long. Did they get knocked back by the plasma cannon? I think they did. Really unlucky. 310, 140. Bang! Again, big plasma cannon hit going in, doing friendly fire and hitting those Orks. Artillery unit for Space Marines sets up with huge range. 310, 133, a 2-to-1 cap for the Space Marines. Necronlord lost his tactical marines there, and they might have been level 4 at that point. Terminators now forcing melee with their power fists on this war truck, but this is hugely dangerous. Necronlord losing his Terminators. Sluggers getting out and kicking some arse there. Now the Apothecary retreats, and Necronlord now looking very thin with Assault Marines and a Librarian. These are level 4 Assault Marines. Giving his thanks for the friendly fire of the plasma cannon. Battle Wagon for Wildbold, super unit for Orks. Trundles around shooting stuff and running it over. Very orky. Taking big hits from that plasma cannon though. Look at his health flying down. Not the toughest super unit ever. Triple cap for the Space Marines. 310, 71. Can Orks push back here? They have taken down a lot of Necronlord's units, and Necronlord now has a ton of resources. Land Raider Redeemer on the field for Osinski though. Super unit for Space Marines, basically a mobile base bristling with guns. 310, 64. Terminators for Eerie getting chased down here. Cannot retreat of course, so they need to teleport away. There we go. Melter gun Techmarine. Really nice damage versus all targets from short range. And Orks pushing the east side. They now have a 2-to-1. Plasma cannon gets a shot off. No, what was that? That was a Mega Rumbler. We might see a Rocks here, and we do. Over there, Mega Rumbler and Rocks. How many times have we seen this combo? And it's getting big hits on that Land Raider. Takes it down to half hit points. More than half, in fact, down to 1200. 274, 64. Orks have a 2-to-1. Can they hold on? Storm Boys jumping in, going after the Assault Marines, causing them to stun since they have their Nob Leader, but now they're taking tons of damage. Got way too close to the Land Raider. Used its front-facing grenade launchers. You can see them there at the front. Also has a twin-linked assault cannon, 2 huge flamestorm cannons on the side sponsons, and a multi-melter. Packs a serious punch, but does so from quite short range. Especially effective versus infantry. Techmarine went down for Eerie. Might want to get the Orbs of the Omnissiah, such a great anti-vehicle tool. Force Commander using his shield to cap the Orks natural. He might be able to finish this cap, but the war truck doesn't do much damage, and the war truck's going to go down to another missile hit. Bang! Sneakus Peekus either not caring or losing attention of his war truck there. Knobs on the field for Boris. 247, 64. Force Commander gets away, did not finish the cap. Sluggers in amongst tactical marines now. Taking a while to retreat, and they take a big hit from their own weird boy. Land Raider just about being repaired by these scouts. I think it's going to go down, taking big shots from that battle wagon, able to outrange it, and down goes Osinski's Land Raider. Osinski now has almost 1000 zeal could drop an orbital bombardment and still have enough to get Terminators. Slugger's now up against this Techmarine. I think he was repurchased. Perhaps Laraman's blessing went down, I'm not sure. 242, 64. There's orbs of the Omnissiah, misses the battle wagon. Also drains energy from infantry. Here's a Predator tank from Necronlord. Has some more tactical marines as well. He's floating a lot of requisition here. Should get some Devastators, I think. We have Knobs here for Boris. Elite tier 3 melee unit, can go toe to toe with anything in the game. Start off with melee heavy damage despite the fist icon you see there. Get very expensive though with their upgrades. And Terminators taking this east side. What is this? It's a Predator getting very close to base. Trying to finish off this battle wagon. But it's now being repaired and should be okay. Knobs have caught this Predator. This is devastating. Power Claw Warboss also going after them. He now has his trophy rack and heavy armor, so he is hugely tough and powerful in combat now. Almost 2000 hit points at level 5. Another rocks on this Space Marine blob from Osinski. Manages to retreat just in time, I think. Got most of the stuff out. I think something got inside the Razorback, which somehow survives. This thing's almost level 4. It's been really good for the Space Marines in the center there. Space Marines not recapping their power here. And I think... oh, they have decent power income, plus 49. The Orks suffering with just plus 27. Space Marines have taken their power farm on this east side is why. Orks pushing again on the west and shooting up generators. Boris has done well keeping pressure on this power. Assault Marines jump the Sluggers. Sluggers need to run. Oh, sorry, level 4 shooters here for Sneakus Peekus. Can they get away? Bolt pistols. Don't think they will take out the Knob Leader, no. And these shooters very nearly level 4 themselves. Battle wagon now on the field for Sneakus Peekus. Wildbold is still going. Still needs repairs though. 218, 18, a 2-to-1 for the Space Marines. I don't think Orks are going to be able to push back here. Osinski's Force Commander still kicking ass with that Thunderhammer, level 8. And he has some Terminators of his own. Eerie has 2 Terminator squads on the field. 218 and 7. And there is the 2-to-1, and Orks unable to push back in time. This battle wagon needs to get moving now if they're going to have a chance. This is Sneakus Peekus's. But there is the VP counter for Space Marines. Space Marines doing very well map control throughout the entire game. I think Orks needed Knobs on the field a bit quicker. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.